Guys, technology. I don't know what else to say. It's really frustrating because, like, it's 2017. You figured I'd have a hold on all this stuff, but like, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of like chords involved in all this, and like in my experience from playing concerts, something always goes wrong. And with Coffee with Kendall, it's a lot of the same. So you know what? We're gonna improvise, and we're gonna do an all mobile device live stream. So if you're watching on Facebook, what's up? If you're watching on Instagram, what's up? It's going to be a great episode. First, let me talk about my weekend, because I went to see Jimmy Eat World Friday night. Yes, thank you. I know you're all jealous. Believe it or not, it's my first time. Like, I'm a huge Jimmy fan. It's my first time ever seeing the band play. And a lot of people don't know this, but I actually got to work with Jim Atkins on a couple songs way back, and then we kept in touch. And so I got to say what's up to him after the show, which was really cool. And he came down and chatted with me, which, as much as I mean, guys, I've actually sat with him and had Mongolian barbecue and like had conversations, but even then, I'm still really nervous to actually see him again. It's really weird. If he's watching, I'm totally comfortable. But no, it was really cool. He came out to see us, and we had a great time. Kevin and I, we actually played a little bit of golf. I'm not sure if you guys saw that live stream of us golfing, but pretty impressive, I know. Well, that brings me to my article of the day, because this is something I saw earlier this week, and I was so fascinated. Do we have it being able to be pulled up on this thing? So we're gonna look. It's never ending. It's gonna work. Well, anyway, the article is about. I read about this. They're making furniture out of mushrooms. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they're making furniture out of mushrooms. Basically what they do is they take this wood material. Here we go. Yes. Well, that's the article. Anyway, it's basically like they take this material, they grow mushrooms in this wood-based material, then they put it on a mold, and then they allow it to grow on a mold, and then they remove it, and then what's left is this mushroom, like, for instance, lampshade. And I was thinking about it. At first I was chuckling. I was like, well, that's ridiculous. And then I was like, you know what, though? If it lasts for a considerable amount of time, and then you can throw your furniture away,
It's awesome.
and it, like, just biodegrades, like, that's great. And the other thing I was thinking is, no rich people are going to do this. And no offense to rich people, my point is, is like, you guys know that you're not going to have a mushroom lampshade. I mean, let's be honest.
Unless it becomes cool.
Unless it becomes cool, which then rich people are all over it.
But it is quite cool, though.
It is quite cool. I personally think it's cool, but that's just me. But my point is like, because I'm rich. Personally, I feel like it's a no-brainer to like work out different ideas like this. You know, I think like, okay, sure, mushroom furniture, it sounds kind of crazy. I get it. Like, I'm not delusional. I understand it's kind of weird. But we need these solutions because there's just a ton of trash everywhere. And actually, Mika and I went hiking and we filmed a video. It's her video, so I want to let her show you guys all that and have her edit it. But long story short, there's too much trash everywhere. We got to figure out this problem. And if it means mushroom lampshades, sign me up. I'm in. All right, so it's now time for my guest. I'm so excited because it doesn't really feel like a Coffee with Kendall guest. It just feels like my sister is coming on the show. So I know that she doesn't drink a ton of coffee, but these are pretty good.
Okay.
So, and it's almond milk.
Okay.
So everyone, please welcome Carlie Casey.
Woo!
Simach.
Oh, nice. Nice adjustment. I didn't even
Thank
flinch.
you. You didn't even flinch. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'll join you over there.
God, it smells. Oh, it smells good.
Thank you. It smells like a coffee shop, huh?
So how strong is this?
And knock your socks off.
Okay.
Which one do you want? There's a little heart in that one on accident.
Okay.
So
Oh my God, there is.
It's always accidental, that stuff. Do we have the photos of us? Oh.
When we were both just dimples with bodies.
Yep. Large
my
dimples. So there's Carlie. That's her sister Sierra. And then, of course, you know the three amigos here.
And dimple.
Dimple. That's me. Do we have more photos?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh,
There's us.
I was like, this seems
There's
very
us now.
Very modern. We look so old. This is very Inception.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with
Falling
it.
back in the chair. Okay.
But, okay. Oh, there. Okay, so this is a special. By the way, this is on film.
Really?
Notice the cool
Oh, shoot!
doodads. This was a type of film that has that stuff in it. I don't know, I bought it online.
Oh.
It's called Revelog, so if you guys want to send me some free film, go for it. But it's got these cool... Hey! There he is! Alright, that's the lucky guy. There's the groom. God, what a beard. I'm not gonna lie, Mika's asking me to grow this out. She wants... I'm not sure if it's because she wants... By the way, if you're watching on Instagram, that's Scott holding the camera. Right there. Oh, there it is.
Ah,
The
there
married
it
man.
is.
Oh, so romantic. But I think she saw him at the wedding and was like,
You need a
Kendall
beard.
needs to grow a beard.
Well, like, people get, like, weird beard envy about him. Like, the guys will come up to him and be like, we get it, like, you can grow a beard. And it's like,
Weird
whoa.
beard envy.
Yeah.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Look.
But can you grow one? Like,
I mean, if I waited a long, it would. Here's the thing, it would go through a stage of looking awful.
It always does, though. No, it always does.
Did you have that? An
Oh,
awful
yeah.
stage? Like
Yeah,
it's like,
you go through an awful, weird, patchy, itchy stage.
and then it gets to like looking like a man.
Yeah, it feels like an animal's crawling on your chin at all times.
Okay. I think I'm at that. Like I'm getting to that point where it's gonna start curling over on itself, and I'm gonna be like. "Ah!"
Yeah, you say it's pretty uncomfortable, like, for a face.
Yeah.
And then it just gets so big
You
that
don't
it's
wanna
like,
go back
it's
to
uncomfortable
that
for
stage.
me.
You don't want to go back because you're not. How long is it gonna take? You don't want to do that.
He grows beard hair like it's his job.
He actually does locks of love, but beard.
Yeah, if you can't grow it, we
If
can.
you can't grow a beard, or if you can't grow pubic hair, we can also use some of that and make it
Yeah.
Got
Real.
so fast.
muy auténtico.
What is that, dude?
He started with mushroom furniture and now
Started
we're
with
on-
mushroom furniture and got to
So
beard
fast.
pubic hair. Yeah,
So
guys,
weird,
this
so
coffee with
fast.
Kendall. But you know the beauty about doing an internet show is you can say whatever the hell you want.
I was wondering, I was like, we can curse.
You can say whatever the hell
Go
you
for it.
want. If we, I said hell, like you can say whatever the heck you want.
That's how I was like, you went soft, you're hell. Okay.
You know what it is? It's just it's like my BTR programming from back in the day, just like not cussing.
No, that's
not
what I'm
saying
saying
anything.
though,
Oh,
is
look
that
at
I
this.
was like, yes!
That's me. I don't know what kind of dance move this is. I think that's called a dad move.
Yep.
It looks
Oh.
similar to the moves. It looks similar to the moves that my father makes. And then of course, mom natural, looking like she's dancing with my dad. Okay,
And
perfect.
just like,
The random.
the
Oh, yeah. So
Devin.
that's Devin Werkheiser. You guys know him. If you guys know Ned's Declassified, of course he's done many other amazing things besides that. But that
and
is
his
Ned
nostril.
and his nostril. I knew it wasn't. There was the other picture wasn't good. The other picture was blurry, so I chose the nostril photo.
You know what? It's not
This is
bad.
a cool
Oh
one.
boy. Yep.
That's. I think you were listening to Beyonce.
I
there.
yes, and or taken over by something.
You look possessed.
I look very much possessed, but like I think I look happy about being possessed.
I think you're saying.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
You know, Beyonce lyrics. Oh my god.
Do we have
it's
any other
great.
photos? Is there any more?
Basically, no.
Oh.
That's it. That's all she
Oh,
wrote.
Charlie. So, well, we actually have we have a clip of "Dear God, It's Me, Margot."
Are you there?
Are you there, God? It's me, Margot. All right, can we edit that part out? Are you there, God? It's me, Margot. Which, by the way, I'm on.
Yeah. So know the name. Didn't pay you enough. That's why.
You know what it was? I was thinking, "Dear God, help me." Right now.
Oh,
I was thinking, "Dear God, help me,"
no, it's
and then it got mixed up with your show. Here we have a clip with no sound.
just watch how good it looks.
Wait. Maybe this will.
That's us.
We have entered a nightmare. But look at that little punum.
God, we look great.
We look great. You don't need sound. Sound would be distracting.
So now you know why I was saying, "Dear God, help me." Introduce her show. Are you there, God? It's me,
This
Margot.
is great. Then you can just say, if you want to see it,
If you want to see it
if
with
you want to
sound,
hear it, go check it out.
if you want to hear the wonderful web show, Are You There, God? It's me, Margot.
you gotta go.
You gotta go watch it.
This worked out. This
Yeah.
worked out.
What episodes was I in? The
You were in
second and last?
Yes, the second and last. Yep. Referred to throughout all of it, but
Well,
What's the show about?
So tell us what's gonna happen with it, because I know you made how many episodes?
Well, we made 7. One we had to scrap, but 6.
Usually.
That's what I said. I was like, it's not a
Usually you gotta
legitimate.
scrap one. It's fine.
I said that to Scott. I was like, I soothed myself by saying it's not a legitimate show until you have to scrap one.
You know how many songs I've scrapped?
Yeah.
You know how many songs I go, this is terrible.
Yeah.
It can't be finished. Yeah.
Yep. So
7
it
or
felt
6.
legitimate. Yep, 6.
And are you planning on? Have you gotten some good feedback with it? I'm assuming.
We've gotten overwhelmingly good feedback to the point where I was like, who's paying all of these people?
Yeah.
But no, it's been like a
Because you're
Kendall.
Because I'm rich.
We're paying people off with mushroom furniture.
Mushroom furniture.
That's how we're doing
And just
it.
mushrooms.
Just a little bit of both.
Yeah.
The crowd, whatever. But yeah, no, we've gotten like overwhelmingly positive feedback, and so I'm writing season 2, and we're just trying to keep.
There's parts in there for your boyfriend character, right?
There is.
Good. I was a little worried about my.
He's
work.
not killed off yet.
I didn't have anything lined up for next year, so I was kind of worried about it.
Well,
No, but for real, it's amazing, and I was so happy to watch it. Like when I went through all the episodes, Mika and I watched them all. We binged. I hope that's okay.
No, that's what
We binged all the way through.
we debated. Like, I kept thinking, like, do I put them out one at a time? Do I binge it? But I'm like, we live in a binge culture.
It's so old-fashioned.
Right. I'm like, we live in
How
binge culture.
dare you try to make progress? No, it really was great, and then it just every time I watch you, and especially Sierra, and then being around you, it just always takes me back to being a kid and stuff. You know, like I think about all those times in school and like, meeting you for the first time. But we wanted to play a game, transition into this game,
Okay.
where it's kind of like a guessing game,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Where it's
So I can't fail at it?
Well, you've known me for a long
Okay,
time.
okay.
I mean, the real question is how bad is it gonna be? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Okay.
So does she go and then I go? Is that how we're doing it? Or is she just gonna guess? Yeah, how about you just guess? And then maybe I'll answer it if I know it, like, for you.
Okay.
Right? And then if you're watching, you guys should type in your answers too. We're gonna give it a little delay, so.
Kendall, I just want to warn you, no matter what, I love you, and if I don't get this right, it speaks to my memory and not to my love for you.
Yeah, it's not starting out strong.
Guessing game's scary. Okay, I got this.
Oh, what was the first show I was on?
Well,
Ever.
Oh, sure.
It's a good, that's tough. How about if you can give
Do
me
you know the first?
No. No, but if you can give me a super early one. What's the first TV show you remember me ever working on?
Were you guys on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Kevin and Kenneth
Oh.
were.
Okay. I just pictured cute little cherub faces, and I just pasted yours on there. Okay, fine.
Uh-huh.
I get a half point for.
You get a half point for guessing a show that my brothers were on.
It's in the Schmidt family.
It's a family.
Okay,
it's a family
okay,
thing.
Okay.
I mean, anything. How about? I got one. There was a Disney show I did an episode on,
Oh God, I can like picture your.
and I did something like this.
Oh! I can like. Oh no!
What
no!
is that show even called?
Can you not remember either? Are we in the same?
Ah,
Because I can picture
I'm in a
it.
Twilight Zone right now. I don't remember what that damn show is called. Does anyone know what that show is called? It was a Disney show. It was the characters that I was. The girl was Pym.
With Raviv.
Yeah, with Raviv.
Oh shoot.
You guys say shit.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! No wait, I know. No, this is Phil of the Future.
Phil of the Future.
Woo! I may
Well-
not have known it off the top of my head, but we got there.
We got there eventually. It was painful, but did
God.
someone get it?
Yeah.
Oh, they got Phil of the Future in there. Good
Ah.
job, you.
We're showing our age a little.
Yeah, I
think.
know. What was that show back in 2000?
Or Pam or whatever it was.
Was it Pam or Pam? Was it
Which
was
was
it
it?
Pam or
Was it Pim or Prim? Or
Pim.
Pim. Okay.
Prim was Hunger Games, wasn't
Yeah. oops.
Prim? Yes, was Hunger Games.
it? Back
Okay.
when you were on Hunger Games.
Yeah, that was my first real big break.
You're
That's why
casual.
I'm rich.
That's why you're so rich.
What is my favorite color?
Oh my god. Okay, I'll guess.
Mushroom.
Mushroom.
Is that?
This kid. Okay. You
Write-
know what?
just
I'm
write
just
her
gonna do
down.
it. I'm just gonna.
Take a
just gonna
stab.
do it.
It became, I have to say, my favorite color became specific as of recently, but we're going off of my childhood. We're going off my childhood favorite color. It's still the same. It's still the same. I just had a more specific choice now.
This
see.
doesn't feel right.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so I can't trust.
And you like green too, don't you?
I do. It was my favorite color for a while, but more recently, I too have changed to. To what?
So why is my change? I decided specifically seafoam green.
Okay. No, I get that's a
I just
legitimate.
like it. It makes me feel good.
It's more pleasant than most shades of green.
Yeah, because it's like not. Yeah, you don't want like neon or grass green all the time.
No,
You know, or this
you don't.
ugly carpet. Just kidding. I love this carpet. This is kind of the seafoam.
But you wouldn't necessarily want this carpet like in your whole house.
No.
It would get a little.
It would get a little weird. It's decorative. What's my favorite band?
Oh, but okay. Here's the problem.
What?
I immediately am thinking. You know my brain. You know what my brain immediately went to. Probably not your favorite band, but growing up, the only thing you would play
What?
was Taking Back Sunday.
Well, yeah, that's my favorite band.
Okay, so I don't know if it changed.
We're talking about growing up.
Okay.
Young Kendall.
All right. Do you want me to write it down? Or
No.
just Taking Back Sunday?
Honestly, forget
That's
the writing
literally
done.
all. Listen, we can show how great my handwriting is.
All right.
That's literally all Kendall would play growing up. Was literally like, "Hey, Kendall, will you play this?" And he was like, "I'm gonna play Taking Back Sunday," and you're pretty good at it.
All right, this one might be hard because I mean, maybe we don't even do it. A quote I said a lot when I was a kid. Did I say something a lot?
No, but I'll swap it out for something you did a lot.
What? Well,
Whenever we were at,
what is it?
okay, Marie Callender's,
Uh-huh.
and you would like shred crayons.
Yeah.
Remember this?
Oh, and this is also, she says crayons,
Crayons.
and I used to say crowns when I was
Crowns,
a kid.
which is not right.
I think I've decided I'm cool with crayon.
Because that's
That's
what
what
it
it's
is.
pronounced.
I'm glad you got on board with it.
I'm cool
Because
with
crowns is just like not right.
crowns. I used to say crowns. When I would shred them, right?
You would shred them,
and I
and it
also
would just like
snap them between my fingers.
and it would just turn into this like beautiful but like evil pile for like the waiters and waitresses to deal with. Just this cute little thing, just
You know what it
peeling
was?
the
I
crayons.
think I had a thing. In fact, I remember. I'll never forget being on a flight. And remember on
Did
America.
you do it on a flight?
Yeah. No, remember America West? They used to give you when you were a kid the packets to keep kids entertained. It was like a little play packet.
Bring those back.
Yeah, seriously,
For
we need it.
adults.
It's too expensive for them now. You know. But anyway, you used to. So there was like these wax tie things, and I was doing this really intricate thing and whatever. And this guy sitting next to me was like, "Hey, you should really consider being a surgeon." And I was like, "That's it?
That's all this. That's it.
Is that it?" He's like, "Well, no, because you seem like you're really good with your hands and really dexterous with your fingers, and surgeons are. That's I'm a surgeon." And I was like, "Cool." And so ever since then, because this random guy told me so on a flight, I feel like I should be a doctor.
Like a seed was planted. Like
I might go back to school, guys.
all this to say.
I'm not gonna lie, that guy has influenced me, and I don't even know who the hell he is.
Do you have an interest? Would you have any interest in it, or
I
was
love it,
just?
yeah. You know what I decided? I'd rather do.
I love surgery.
I love surgery. I'd rather do no. Truthfully, I'd rather do internal stuff than deal with skin. My grandpa always told me, "You should be a dermatologist. They work 3 days a week." I was like, "Grandpa, no."
Also, do they only work?
Yeah, 3 days a week, and they make a ton of money.
Okay, but also
they
not-
deal with rashes.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your guys' rashes.
Yeah.
All right. I want to deal with like a heart surgery or something. I'm down for that. I know it's high pressure.
I was just gonna say high pressure.
Yeah. I mean, I could possibly kill someone, but anyway.
But less gross.
All right, this is the last one because it's a good one. Where did we meet?
Oh, in school. What was the name of the school though? I'm trying to remember. Stevenson. Oh,
Elementary
Stevenson.
school.
Yep. Yeah, in the office, we were all. Our mamas were signing us up for
School.
For school, and my mom was like, "Who are those cute little boys over there?" My sister and I were like,
three cutest blonde-haired boys I've ever seen.
my mom is also Mickey Mouse.
those are the cutest three blonde-headed boys I've ever seen.
Yep, that's
Pretty good.
It's
That's
spot
Karen.
on. Just mom.
Shout out.
Sounds just like.
I honestly vividly remember it.
To be honest with you, so do I, and I remember nothing. Well, no, I did better at this game than I thought, ish. But I feel like we did the same, and this was a lot about you.
I guess it was just such a vivid, and also like you guys were the first people we really truly met. And,
Yeah.
And liked.
And fair.
Cheers.
Let's cheers each other on that. Agreed.
To the first people who ever met in Los Angeles who liked each other. Cheers.
And we like immediately started hanging out with you guys. Like it was like I think your mom was like, "Come over for tacos," and we were like, "Okay." And then from that point on, it was like we were
Come over for tacos because that's like my mom's 2 dishes.
Hey,
Tacos or chicken parmesan, which isn't a real Italian dish anyway.
is it really not?
They don't put chicken in parmigiana. No, they're
Parmesan.
offended. Parmigiana. I mean, you know, because I've had some experience of traveling over there.
Oh, a little bit.
But you know, speaking of food,
Okay.
there's a very important part of this that we have to do before we go. It's Yuma's
Stop! This is the cutest
dish
thing I've...
of the day, everybody. If you can't see it, it's because the monitor's super dark.
But it's...
You can see it? Excellent.
This graphic is... You might... Next time you see me, it might be tattooed.
I'm going to send that to you. All right, so if
Please.
you could move your chair just that way a little bit.
Happily. I'm going to move this guy.
And then hopefully she's not here
Do you
because it's always fun to see her.
Do you want me to get
Actually,
my...
grab that dish.
Do you want me to get my surprise dish as well?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
We should feed her something healthy first.
Okay.
And then some dessert
Alright.
after.
What
Alright,
you
so I'm
getting?
going to move this and you can still sit.
Okay. What is this first dish she's being fed? It looks yummy.
Okay, yeah, so let me explain. The first dish, so what we have here
Well,
is
tell us.
is a coconut rice
Damn.
mixture with some mushrooms, champiñones,
She gonna have fun.
and some tomatoes, and there's some cauliflower in there. Basically, it's a vegetable.
Kendall.
Oh my god.
I made that up last night.
Can't.
Is this something that you made specifically for her?
No, this is leftovers.
Okay. Because I was like, that sounds really good.
That's really good. No, I ate it yesterday. Yuma!
Wait, I have a question. Is there anything pigs can't eat? Like, hard no?
Hard no, because think about it, and this is terrible, but when they used to, well, they still do, but when they test on
Yeah.
animals to test on a human, they
Yeah.
because they're the same kind of. I mean, obviously we look the same, right?
Hi, babe.
Hi, Yuma. Here, this is yours. So
Oh.
just you can give her just a little bit on the fork, and
Okay.
she'll actually eat it.
Oh my god, I'm so in love with you. Oh, shit. Get it, girl. Oh. Oh
You
my
can
god.
actually feed it to her. She'll open her
Okay.
mouth and.
Oh, can she go in the bowl?
No,
oh,
don't
no,
let her
she
eat the
can't
bowl.
get the bowl. Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, get up there. Come on, don't be lazy.
Oh,
There you go.
God. This is like this is an experience. I don't feel like up. Okay,
There you
I
go.
got
There's
you.
a good bite.
there's a good bite. Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry, I'll clean it up. It's part of. You know, it's a TV show. We have people to clean that up.
Okay, ready?
Our assistant will do that.
Kendall. Okay, ready? Oh god. Okay, it's more on. Okay.
All right, so she's had enough of the healthy stuff.
Yep.
Let's give her a bite
Yep.
of this wedding cake.
Yeah.
She's just gonna eat the ball.
She's just gonna eat. I'm so sorry, Yuma. This is my first time feeding you this way.
I'm so sorry. She's okay. She's not upset.
Well.
Here.
Oh. Oh my
All right,
God,
here you go.
okay. So
You can use the fork
how
too.
should I-
For the,
oh my God.
unless, yeah, because you're not gonna take that, right?
No.
Okay. You can, yeah, use this.
I feel like I'm stabbing her with the fork. Am I
No,
stabbing
she
her?
really. Trust me, she's more resilient than you think.
Oh,
no! Look at that grab.
You know what? I'm using my hands.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love her. I don't need a fork.
Charlie,
Come
can you
here,
throw us
dude.
those paper towels after too? Right there.
Come here, sweet girl.
No, she's gonna be so fat. Oh, my god.
You're the sweetest thing.
By the way, guys, one of my favorite things to do is call her a fat pig. Because you can literally do that, and there's nothing wrong with
Do you
it.
want some more?
It's not rude at all. It's a factual statement. She is a fat pig.
Did you point at me or did you?
No! No!
God, Kendall. Ready? Oh, are you like full? Nope, you're not full.
She makes it look so difficult. It's because she leads with her mouth. She doesn't lead with her legs and her brain. She just leads with her
The weird
mouth.
part is I have fed her before, but this feels like a very new experience. Like
It's
the
because
stakes are
it's-
higher.
It's
and like,
because she's... Look how stretched out she is. She's like... Look at that belly. It's almost on the ground. All right, that's enough for you.
Okay,
Is it
yeah.
one more piece?
Yeah, can she-
Shit, just give it to her.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not like she's just going to be running around like a kid on crack.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Oh my god, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for the fun.
Oh my god.
So that just leaves us a little bit more time because as much as that was fun, we have to talk about something a little serious and we got to send our love to the people in Mexico and of course
Yes.
Puerto Rico. Anyone affected by any sort of natural disasters recently. There's been so many and it just seems like they're happening a lot. in different ways. It used to be like, oh, the hurricanes are getting crazy. Now it just seems like the world is kind of like shaking itself apart in a way. But we all can take care of each other, and that's why, as some of you may know, I've been doing this charity organization called WAO Mexico, and I have a link you can donate to. if you
Tell
like.
us more about it.
And basically, what? Oh, right here. Yes, WAO Mexico. We are one. We are one Mexico. And we're just raising funds, and we're going to get it to the people who really need it. I mean, obviously they have government help with different stuff, but there's some families who don't have government help. There's some buildings who don't have government help. They're not going to have the money to rebuild.
Right.
And then, of course, everyone sends donations initially right away, and then it cuts off, and then they still need supplies. And they just got hit with another earthquake a few days later, just a couple days ago. So it's just not, it never ends, and don't get me wrong, like, there's things that happen in the States. I think we're blessed here in the States because we have a lot of people, a large population, somewhat of a wealthy population, and then, of course, we have, Red Cross and all those things that help us out. So we can get out. But there's one thing I want to say while I'm on this topic. I think it's interesting that we all, as like individuals who are working really hard to be successful in our lives and trying to save our money and do all that, that we're the ones all donating. I'm happy to do it. But what about the top 1%? Like, I mean, why don't they donate? I know that they donate sometimes, but can't the billionaires just give $1 billion?
And not like out of obligation.
And not out of obligation, out of the kindness of their heart, not for tax reasons. Can't they just do it? Why do all of us, the 99%, have to donate when all of the wealth is contained by the 1%? That's my question. I mean, I want to put them on blast and say, if you're super wealthy and you have money to donate, I suggest doing it. Because we're all working really hard and we're still donating. Yeah. Because we have hearts and a strong mind. So I think that's an important topic. I never actually say that like out loud in public, but I talk about it all the time how frustrating it is that there's a whole bunch of rich people. They usually organize the fundraisers when they should be fundraising it themselves. So it's just really sort of hypocritical.
But I also feel like now's the time to like talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we all talk about it socially so much, but it's at a point now where it's like it needs to be said.
It needs to be said. They have the money. They should be donating. Period. We're still going to do it because we're not going to give up. But I just feel like there's some really wealthy people out there who should be forking it over. All right, that's my thought on that. Let's take 3 fan questions, and then we done.
Also, I haven't like died yet. Like, this is great.
I'm like, it's because you know what it is because I'm talking about things like I honestly, it's tough for me because I get heated when I talk about subjects like that.
Oh yeah.
Because there's like gross injustices in the world. That's like, look, there's a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong, but there's certain things we can fix like easily.
Yes.
Let's make the rich people pay. That's my thought. How much fun was it? And by the way, when I get to billions of dollars, I don't need billions. 1 is fine. You're just saying, it's just ridiculous. How could anyone ever think like, oh, I need $90 billion for sure?
Because you just never know what could happen.
You never know you could lose a lot in the market. How much fun was it filming Are You There, God? It's me, Margot, with the rest of the crew. Also, how fun was that hoverboard? How was that hoverboard? I added a word in there.
You did. You just had so much fun.
Yeah. How much fun was it? And was it fun?
Fun.
So I'll answer on my part. Being called to play Ryan is a very nice thing, and I was of course like, yes, I'd love to. And I also had the hoverboard. Did you guys have one?
No, we like put some feelers out for hoverboards, and then I was like, why don't I just ask Kendall? And you were, don't you have more than one?
I have 2.
And you were like,
I just wanted full disclosure, I did not buy them.
Yeah. Why do you feel the need to say that?
Because I didn't buy those. I did not spend money on hoverboards. I just want to say.
I think you actually also said that to me, like when you brought it. You're like,
I did not buy this.
You came like rolling down the street, and you're like, I didn't buy this.
Yeah, I didn't buy this. Just want to clarify.
Didn't we choose the gold one?
Yeah, because like it was super douchey.
When you were like, it needs a little douchey. Like the other was red, wasn't it? It was like chill, a little.
It's more like subdued douche.
Right, and we were like, we need like a little bit like make you shake in your boots uncomfortable douche mixed with like very sweet cute boyfriend demeanor.
Like his character's name should have been Tad. You know, in that regard. But anyway, it was a lot of. What about you? Did you? I mean, you must have had a great time.
I had the best time. I had the best time. I really did. And it's because everybody on it on purpose are people that I'm good friends with, and so it made it even better. I mean, you know, when you're working, like, we've worked together more than once, which is part of the reason.
On BTR, by the way, Mercedes, hello.
But, like, that was part of, I mean, it's the balance in our hardworking. I was like, how do I create a scenario where I can bring on all of my favorite people who are all...
How do I continue having more fun and be successful at the same time?
Exactly. And then everybody was down, and you were down, and I was like, yes. So it was the most fun. It was, like, the most, like... Everybody, it was cool. It's cool because it felt very much like a co-creation. Like, I had stuff in mind, but, like, everybody brought their own stuff to it, which just made it a lot more
I brought the hoverboard.
You brought the hoverboard.
Extra douchey.
And you brought your moves.
I brought my moves.
That was not written into the episode.
No, but that's because I had ridden it a few times.
Yeah, you got confident as it went on. You were a little nervous when you first came over.
You know what's embarrassing? Like Mika, like one time I just was jokingly like walking her, like she was going out to her car and I was walking with her, and I turned on the hoverboard and started going with her holding her hand. And I was like, is this embarrassing? She's like, really? It's super embarrassing.
What are the things called that are just like the wheel right
Those
now?
are like mono wheels or something.
Okay, because
like
I was on like a bike path yesterday and I saw a guy just like zoom by and I was like, what?
You're like, just so you know, you're not getting exercise.
You're not getting exercise, and also it was like that weird feeling of like, we're in the future now-ish.
Yeah.
Like, this is the future everyone thought was going to happen, and there's just like...
You know what it reminds me of? It's the WALL-E future.
Yeah.
We're all going to be just floating around on, like,
big
like
old
chairs
fat pigs.
Chairs with screens in front of our faces, and robots are going to be cleaning up the world for us.
Yep.
Who can do a better London accent, you or Carlie?
You.
I don't know. Who can do it? It's not...
Oh my god. I don't even... Like, I'm
It's like, how do you do a legitimate one?
Right.
You know, like, if I was like, man, like, what would you... just order a drink, like, I'm so embarrassed
So
right
am
now.
I. I'm like, I keep thinking about it, I feel like it's going to come out like
Come on,
Scottish.
let me just...
Yeah, I'm going Scottish. I'm going Scottish.
Can I get a gin and tonic?
Okay.
Can I get a gin and tonic? Try it.
Yeah, okay.
Actor.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
You're a professional.
Say it again. I want to hear you say it first.
Can I get a gin and tonic?
Can I get a gin and tonic?
It's not bad.
Okay, but we're also...
Yeah.
Was that horrible?
I think
Are
you might be
people cringing?
mimicking me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, so
So
my
I guess
accent's
yours
good.
is better. Or someone else can tell us. I guess you and I can't.
Anyone
determine.
watching in England, please tell us. They're gonna be like, they're like, that's the Dick Van Dyke version.
Yeah.
That's what they always say. Nice Dick Van Dyke version. What do we got? How would you describe each other in 3 words? This will be our last question because
Okay.
it's really nice. And by the way, thank you, Constance Maslow, for that. Oh, how would I describe you in 3 words? Cheery.
Really?
Yeah. I've never seen you as a depressive person.
Okay. Okay.
Ever. Cheery. Funny, for sure, because we have a very similar sense of humor.
We do.
Which means I'm complimenting myself.
This is going.
I'm super funny.
We're funny.
We're funny. And well, it's like these are all such cliche things. I wish I could go into more detail with it, but passionate. Like you have an idea of how a life you'd like to live, and you're like doing your best to live it. You know, and some people I feel like aren't thinking about that. They're just like, how do I fumble through this thing? You know, and you're like trying to build a life, like an actual. You're like, okay, I can do this show, and you get married to a wonderful guy, and you're gonna have this life. Talking about you, Scott, and you're gonna build all this, and it just is really cool. I don't know. And as such an old friend, being able to see it and like watch it all, and also still have you as a friend is really cool. So that's my 3 words. That was a lot more than 3 words.
I was gonna say passionate for you too, but I feel like it's passionate in the sense of you're passionate about everything you do. Like you don't do anything if you're not passionate about it, which is like my fave. But specifically with music, it's been so cool to see like how you went from being the tiny little nugget who would sit on my bed playing Taking Back Sunday to like this is your life and you're putting everything into it, and it shows for it though. It's so hence why I had to sing at our wedding.
Oh, thank you. Which, by the way, that made me so fucking nervous. You have no idea. Like,
it was just a casual artist by the name of Bob Marley.
yeah, I mean, not only
Very
that, but it's just
indie.
like, this may sound funny, and like, it's easier to perform in front of a big crowd of people you don't know than a small crowd of people you really know.
I thought that was so interesting that you said that, because I was like, I feel like...
Don't get me wrong, it's exhilarating to jump out in front of 10,000 people,
Right.
but it's almost like it's a wall of excitement.
Like
So-
you feel like more pressure when
well,
it's your...
I'm excited. they're excited. It's like back and forth, and you just don't ever get weird about it. But
Okay.
like when it's a small crowd and it's something like Bob and a wedding, and I mean honestly, talk about pressure. Devin, God bless him. I mean, he did an amazing job for being the guy who had to sing before you guys walked down the aisle. Was like, oh my.
Well, we were blown away because not blown away. I mean, he deserved the clapping, but like it's not usually people like if you have a song before the ceremony, like you don't immediately assume people would start clapping, and we were literally like,
we didn't even know if we should. I mean, should we have?
no, yes, that's
Okay.
no. To us, it was like so beautiful that it was like if anyone was second guessing it, they just let it go and started clapping because it was just like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just an obnoxiously talented human. But,
He's so
you know.
great, and honestly, like I took my breath away when the guy who officiated your wedding used his lyrics. It took literally took. I didn't write those lyrics, and it took my breath away. I think I had it. In fact, I did because Mika had to elbow me. I had an audible gasp. He goes, "I'm gonna use the words of our friend Devin over here," and I went. He goes, "There's a temple," and I went, "Ugh." Like someone punched me in the stomach, and I was like, I looked at Devin, and he's like. You know, it just was like the love, oh the love.
Yeah, no, it really was because I didn't know he was gonna do that. Like
we decided that like 2 minutes before we.
As it was happening,
and I didn't know, and so all of a sudden when he starts doing that, I was even like, oh my god,
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it was. So that was very cool. But okay, so passionate.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Passionate. Tangents. Silly as hell in the best way possible. And again, I feel like I'm bringing you back to myself a little bit too, but we have such a similar sense of humor. Like
we are great.
We are the best and so funny. But like we've always gotten such a kick out of each other. Like 90% of the time when we're hanging out, we're laughing like.
There's a male-female version of each other in some ways.
Yeah,
and like
but
that,
like, but you've always been like the weirdest in the best way, and I like honor the weirdness in you because I feel the weirdness in me.
This is like yoga.
The weirdness.
I honor
in
the
me.
weirdness in you, and the weirdness in me brings us closer together. Namaste.
I mean, kind of though.
Yeah.
Like a little.
So silly, passionate,
And
Weird.
And yeah, that I guess weird got thrown in there too. But like to me, like silly and weird are like
similar.
synonymous. And I would say loving sounds cliche too, but you're just like a little love nugget. Like you just are. When you come in a room, everybody's softer and like happier, and your little
That's
smile.
nice to
makes
hear.
everybody-
Maybe I've felt very sharp lately.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm trying to soften the corners a little bit.
Oh.
I think it's just because I've been so headstrong into what I've been doing and focusing on the band and stuff, and I start to just get like overwhelmed with all of the different. I mean, it's hard, and we're talking about you're making a TV show, right? You're competing with giant television shows,
Yeah.
trying to be seen. I'm in a band. I'm trying to make music all independently in this little like. So you just get so hardened, I guess, and so
Yeah.
I have been trying to soften the core. So I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Well, just like you said, I'm cheery, and I'm like, I'm what? I feel like I've even if you're in a shit mood, I feel like all you exude is love.
Well, thank you.
Your little love beacon.
I appreciate that. This was a great episode. I wish we had it on all the cameras, but you know what? Scott's
Who
filming.
needs
It's
it?
great. I mean, we're having a good time. Oh wait. Oh yeah. That's
Whoa.
just a little special effects there for you guys. Just $10,000 worth of equipment, so you can see that.
I wanted to show that just because, like,
Because we do have stuff. Guys, we got stuff. But seriously, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. I'm already lining up the special guest for next week and the week after.
Oh,
So
look
I'm
at
getting
you.
prepared. Now I'll just have to work out the mechanics. And it's going to be great, and you're welcome to come back anytime. And you could just be like my sidekick.
I will totally be your
On the
sidekick.
show, like,
I will listen.
hey, Carlie, take it away.
Just don't have me be the one feeding you because I feel like I failed so bad.
Everyone fails that.
Oh, really? Okay. Alright, that makes me
Everybody,
feel better.
no, everyone fails that because she's a fat pig. She is, and you know what? She's a disgusting pig. These are all truths. She literally is a. Well, she's got mud all over her face, and I'm like saying literal facts about the
I feel
pig.
like you're needing to like let some stuff out. And you're
She's
just
a
like,
disgusting pig. She's a fat pig.
I can
She's
say these things because she's
She
a pig.
eats like a pig. She sleeps like a pig. These things are all true.
Okay.
You want to hang out for a couple more hours, you'll see what I'm talking about. But
All right,
anyway,
Kendall.
you're welcome to come back anytime and feed her, and you get more jacked up on coffee.
I don't feel jacked up. This is like weird.
I'm gonna have another one and get super jacked up.
Super jacked up.
Then take a nap.
We'll do push-up contest or something. Yeah, jacked up.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Coffee with Kendall. Special guest Carlie Casey. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining us. And goodbye.